Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Flash at the garage, where badge hype gets tossed out the window, spec sheet worship gets left at the dealership, and what you're left with is raw, no-nonsense road truth. If you're new here, this is your pit stop for authentic car reviews that actually matter to real drivers. We don't just talk numbers, so we talk feel, function, and whether that badge on the hood is worth the dollars out of your pocket. So hit that subscribe button, buckle up, and let's jump into the 2026 Toyota Land Cruiser A legendary nameplate that's back with something to prove. Exterior: Toyota didn't just bring the Land Cruiser back, they reimagined it. What we've got in front of us isn't just a boxy SUV trying to cash in on nostalgia. This is a purpose-built, mid-size off-roader with serious mechanical chops, modern tech, and a heritage badge that actually means something this time. Let's start with the walk-around. Up front, the 2026 Land Cruiser wears a face that's all business. You've got a squared-off grille with Toyota's heritage lettering stamped proudly across the center, flanked by chunky LED headlamps that are straight out of the classic off-road playbook. No over-styled curves or soft edges here, just crisp lines and a stance that says, "I don't care about your valet Alania, I was built for rocks, mud, and everything in between." The front bumper's been raised for better approach angles, and yes, that's a real skid plate underneath, not just some fake plastic shield. Toyota isn't playing dress up with this one. Moving to the side, the profile is boxy, upright, and unapologetically functional. Those squared wheel arches give off serious FJ vibes, and with up to 20-inch wheels depending on your trim, it strikes a good balance between ruggedness and refinement. The blacked-out pillars give the roof a bit of a floating look, and the proportions are tight, no bloated overhangs or tacked-on luxury nonsense. You're looking at a vehicle that still respects its off-road lineage while knowing how to clean up nicely for a night downtown. Around the back, things stay simple and squared. The tailgate swings up, not to the side like old-school cruisers, which is a practical move for tight parking spots. LED taillights keep things modern, but there's still a chunky grab handle vibe that gives you that utilitarian aura. You can tell the designers held back just enough, or they didn't let the stylists smooth it into a Highlander clone, and thank God for that. Interior: step inside, and the tone shifts just a little. You're still in an off-roader, but this cabin knows you have a family to haul or a commute to survive. Materials are durable but not cheap. You'll find soft-touch surfaces where it matters and rugged, textured plastics in places that are going to get beat up anyway. I like the lower door panels and center console. The dash layout is clean, logical, and dominated by a 12.3-inch touchscreen on higher trims. Toyota's latest infotainment system finally feels modern, with fast responses, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and thankfully a physical volume and climate knobs. Somebody at Toyota still respects usability. The seating position is upright and commanding, as it should be. There's plenty of visibility, and the seats are supportive without being over-bolstered. In back, there's solid space for adults, and the cargo area is wide, flat, and ready for gear. No gimmicks, no flashy light shows, just an interior that's built to be used, not just looked at. And if you spring for the Land Cruiser First Edition, you'll get some nice heritage touch as the soft text-trimmed seats, vintage stitching, and exclusive two-tone color schemes that nod to the past without living in it. Performance: but let's talk power, because this is where things get interesting. Under the hood, every 2026 Land Cruiser comes with the same drivetrain, a 2.4-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder hybrid setup, putting down 326 horsepower and a healthy 465 pounds-to-feet of torque. It's mated to an 8-speed automatic and full-time 4-wheel drive, with a locking center differential and a low-range transfer case. That's right, Toyota didn't just slap an SUV badge on a crossover chassis. This thing is built to go places. Crawl control, downhill assist, and multi-terrain select modes are all here and all functional. Now, if you're a V8 purist, you're probably rolling your eyes. But here's the thing. This hybrid setup isn't about sipping lattes, it's about torque. That 465 pounds-to-feet comes on fast, and the Land Cruiser doesn't feel like a slug off the line. On road, it's composed and quiet, with a much more refined ride than the old 200 series ever dreamed of. Off-road? We're talking legit trail weaponry. We took it over rocks, through loose dirt, and across washboard trails, and it just walked through like it was born there. The suspension articulation is solid, the electronic aids actually help, and the visibility from behind the wheel gives you confidence even when the trail disappears. Fuel economy is also improved, with an estimated 22 miles per gallon city and 25 miles per gallon highway. Solid numbers for a 4,800-pound SUV that can go toe-to-toe with Wranglers and Broncos when the pavement ends. You're not buying this to win drag races, but you'll be pleasantly surprised at how untruck-like it feels in the daily grind. So how much does all this cost? The base 1958 Model, named after the first year the Land Cruiser hit U.S. shores, starts around $55,000. It comes with cloth seats, a smaller touchscreen, and steel wheels, but you still get the same drivetrain and chassis bones. Step up to the mid-tier Land Cruiser trim, and you're looking at around $61,000. This adds leatherette, bigger wheels, more tech, and a bit more polish. Go all the way to the limited run first edition, and you're hovering close to $74,000. Pricey? Yeah, but considering what you're getting, a heritage badge, genuine 4WD, hybrid torque, and Toyota reliability, it's not out of line, especially when you compare it to overpriced luxury SUVs that will never see a trail. Here's the deal. The 2026 Toyota Land Cruiser isn't trying to be everything to everyone. It's not a third-row family hauler. It's not a luxury barge. It's a purpose-built, mid-size off-roader that happens to be civilized enough for the weekday grind. It honors its roots without being stuck in the past, and it delivers the kind of functionality and character that a lot of modern SUVs have lost. If you want a road-biased crossover that's more about mall parking than mud trails, look elsewhere. But if you want a vehicle with real soul, mechanical honesty, and a nameplate that's earned its stripes over decades of dirt, this might just be your next adventure partner. That's it for today's review here on Car Flash, where we don't chase badges or spec sheets, just the truth that matters behind the wheel. If you got value out of this breakdown, hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another real-world review. Until next time, keep your tires dirty and your opinions clean.